Hello and welcome to our hybrid afternoon in the Labs for Innovative Teaching. I want to introduce myself. My name is Maraike Büst and I run the lab here in Gießen, and on my side this is the lab coordinator Eva Dabrowski. First, we would like to answer the question what virtual reality is and how it differs from augmented reality. I will introduce you to the lab here in Gießen and what it offers before we move on to the labs in Marburg. There, Professor Dr. Kati Hanken-Ilias and the head of Marburg, Ramin Siegmund, are waiting for us to a tour of the Marburg lab. This prepares us for the lecture by Professor Dr. Siegfried, who will report on the use of virtual reality in higher education teaching. And now, Eva, I have a really important question to you. Can you tell us more about what virtual reality is and what augmented reality is?
Yes, of course. That's a very good question, Maraike. I will start with a brief definition of virtual reality. Virtual reality is a computer-generated environment with real appearing scenes and objects that give the users the feeling of being immersed in their surroundings. This environment is perceived through a virtual reality headset normally. In contrast to that, augmented reality extends our surroundings by adding digital elements to a live view, often through a smartphone or a tablet. Yes. As we can see from these definitions, the similarities between virtual and augmented reality are the real-time interaction with and simulation of 3D objects. But now to some differences. With virtual reality, the main difference is that the digital environment completely excludes the real world. So this favors a complete immersion. Possible applications are video games, training, collaboration, simulation, virtual worlds, education, edutainment, and maybe many more in the future. So in education, virtual reality apps can be used, for example, to enhance student learning and participation. In addition, the functions of augmented reality are open and partially immersive and are on top of the real world. Possible augmented reality applications are very similar to virtual reality. It could be used in video games, training, commerce, education, park themes, and as well edutainment. Yes, in education, augmented reality can help make classes more interactive and allow learners to focus more on the practice than on theory. And now back to Maraike.
Thank you.
Guide us through that.
I will guide you. Thank you for this insight for what virtual reality is. And now I want to come to the topic of innovative technologies. Innovative technologies such as virtual reality are becoming increasingly popular in higher education teaching, not only because they look cool, but because they have enormous potential for the future teaching. With our labs, we want to create a place that supports teachers in experimenting with new technologies and explore new ways of teaching. The labs are located in two places, here in Gießen, and the other one is located in Marburg. For example, the labs offers a number of different, and now you have to come with me. I will show you, I will give you a little tour of the Lab for Innovative Teaching here in Gießen. We offer a different number of virtual reality and augmented reality, hi, here I am, devices that can be rented. What you can see here, can you see it here? There we have our photographer in my bag. What you can see here is just a number of our devices you can rent here. In addition, we offer trainings on the main topic for beginners and advanced people and support you individually if you need this. You can visit us at our open lab hours and try everything out or work on your own projects. At our full-fledged workstations, you can see on the other side. Now you have to follow me again. Yeah. Great. So we have two workstations here, and now you have to switch to the other side of the room with me. Okay, this is very curious. Hi. Say hi to the audience here we have right now. It's a hybrid event, so you cannot see me, but okay, then I will stand here. So, as I said before, we have the format of the open VR lab hours. The labs are open during the hours and the team is available if needed. And we have very, very good coffee too. So if you're a coffee drinker or not, maybe we also have tea. Okay, what you can see behind me, now you have to follow me again, come with me. Now what you can see behind me are two stations with high performance VR devices and our VR Omni treadmill. This is this monster here behind me that can also be worked with during our open lab hours. The labs coordinate the interdisciplinary and cross-university working group VR-AR to support the exchange of experience and a change of perspectives between the universities in Central Hesse. Everyone is welcome to join the group and get in touch with VR enthusiasts. Last but not least, currently we are working on a catalog that will provide a comprehensive overview of the use of VR in higher education in teaching throughout Germany. This is a long-term project that is constantly being worked on to make it easier to get started with virtual reality in higher education teaching. To show you more of what the labs are, I pass on to my colleague in Marburg. And now, Marburg, the stage is yours. Where are you?
Hi, Maraike.
As you can see in the front, this is my colleague, the head of the lab in Marburg, Ramin Siegmund. And
hello.
back, there is Vice President Kati Hanken-Ilyes as a special guest on our tour. So the stage is yours.
Thank you, Maraike. Thank you, Eva, and welcome to the Marburg Lab. I'm standing in the lab for innovative teaching at Marburg University, and I'm standing right in the middle of our new main library, surrounded by books, lounges, video and audio studios, and the old botanical garden. And of course, I'm standing in the middle of our game lab here. This game lab is part of the X spaces, as we call them, in Marburg. As there are, for example, a maker space, a creative space, and as you see, our game lab and virtual reality lab. These spaces in Gießen and Marburg, I think, are highly important for new ways of learning, new ways of teaching, and new ways of interaction with students and with teachers. We were just talking about how the lab is already being taken on by students and how students sometimes look through the windows and say, what's going on here? Can I take part? How does this work? So what we're doing here in Gießen and Marburg, I think, is highly relevant. And it is something that strikes a chord with students as well as with teachers. So the implementation of these kind of spaces is highly important. But it sounds easy, but the thing is in the concrete implementation. How is it actually done to set up such a lab, and what can it actually do? So, Ramin, how is it actually done?
Thank you, Kati. I will try to show you,
Very
and
good.
you, dear viewers, hello. Maraike has already described it. We here at NIDIT want to make this game lab a place where teachers, students, and staff alike can work with innovative educational technologies like virtual reality, augmented reality, 360-degree media, 3D modeling, etc., etc. And let me show you around. Here at the beginning of the game lab is our gaming in workplace area. The game lab provides several modern consoles. We have a PS5, Xbox, Switch, gaming PCs, games, and capture equipment to enable user testing, playing, and documenting media for their game-based research and studies. The gaming PCs are all so full-fledged workstations for all your developing needs with software like Blender, Unity, Pano 2 VR, and more installed. Atakan here is already working on something quite special. Atakan, could you share with us on what you are working on?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. We are currently working for our next project, generation of 2D objects into the 3D objects. And here we have our university logo, Uni Marburg logo, and then we converted it actually as a 3D object. And this work is really fast, and it is almost finished. You want to test it?
Sure.
Okay, then we need to go to VR area in our game lab.
Ah, there it is. Very cool. Our own logo in 3D from all sides, like a big pillow or a baby bell. Can you see it? Very nice. So that's very cool. Thank you, Atakan. We hope to develop a whole bunch of those useful assets for our university in the future. And now we want to go a little bit around the corner. Here are our HTC Vive, and we at Marburg have a mobile VR service. So we are able to set up a high-end VR room scale area at any place with enough space and electricity. And we already visited colleagues in their seminars or workplaces to demonstrate the possibilities of VR and to discuss the didactic perspectives on the media at their place. Now, last but not least, we have a couple of interesting gadgets and techs here at the Game Lab, which you can rent for free. The VR treadmill you already saw in Gießen. We also have some 3D scanners, HoloLens 2 augmented reality headsets, standalone VR head-mounted displays, 360 degrees cameras with accessories, and so on and so on. And that concludes our little tour. If you are interested and want to visit us, you can. The Game Lab is rentable through the website of the University Library, and we also have open lab days every week where you can just visit us and talk with us, and we show you what we are working on our projects. We are very happy to welcome you at any time. Just contact us. If you have any questions, please contact us or write them down on the concept board or through our emails. Me and my colleagues will be online. And greetings from Marburg, and I give back to you, Maraike.
Thank you, Ramin, for this great tour of the lab in Marburg.